wrote this.
Did you really?
I did.
I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. I didn't do more, but I think I knocked it out of the park in this bad boy.
Do you have anything that ever like just haunts you so hard?
I don't know.
Like
Like
a moment in your life that you look back on a lot?
oh, right off the top. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm saying this because I have something I wanted to say.
Okay, I'll forego the time I pooped myself to quit a job. Not
Dude, what?
we're gonna talk about yours today.
All right.
I
I
sometimes
want to hear this. No, I want to hear that. But like,
Okay, so I was committed to quitting the job, right? And
right. Of course.
I wanted to quit. I didn't know how to just quit, so I was like, all right, I'll tell them I crap my pants. And then instead, they probably didn't believe me. So I did it anyway. They were never going to check, right? They're not going to like pull an adult's pants.
How bad was this job that you had to do that?
I was working in an equestrian barn at South Dakota State University. So I was dealing with like horse pee and poo all day.
So horse therapy is not a viable option in your life.
No, honestly, I think we should get rid of all horses.
Wow.
For the end of time. They're useless animals.
That's an aggressive stance.
Name one person who's like, oh, I love horses. That's not batshit.
I think Conan O'Brien's wife after Letterman bought him one.
She was forced to like a horse.
Well,
she didn't go out of her way to be a horse lady.
Yeah, she was like, they got the horse and then ended up keeping it.
If anybody wants to give me a horse, that's hilarious. I'll take it. I won't kill it. But yeah. What haunts you?
Mine's a little bit less than that. It's been haunting me pretty much, I think about it at least 4 or 5 times a week. This happened a few years ago. What is it? Super Bowl 50.
Okay.
So a couple years ago. That was the year the Broncos slayed, right?
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah. That is what I remember.
Yeah. Everyone remembers Bruno Mars. But I made some form of joke. It was a party. And like I made a joke and like only one person heard it. And then that person 5 seconds later said the same joke and everyone laughed.
I hate it.
Not just that, made eye contact with me and then like
just alphaed
yeah.
you?
I'm like, what the fuck?
That's the worst.
To this day, I think about that.
You know the person by name?
I don't remember his name.
Oh,
some hippie dude.
Yeah. Just like
it was like a potluck and he brought like veggie brats just for himself.
So he started off hostile.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I remember specifically an instant, and it happened repeatedly throughout like my 8th grade school year. I was hanging out with the popular kids, and I'd
as you do.
I'd be like,
as homecoming king.
Right. Yeah. I hung out with everybody. That's how I got that title. And I just bullied people into voting for me. You vote for me, nerd. I don't want this, but I don't want anybody else to have it. But I'd tell jokes to the most popular kid, right?
Sure.
I was just trying to get in with him, but
Just
that's why he was popular, because everybody would tell him their jokes, and he would tell them, and he wouldn't give credit, and he was the funniest guy in class, and he never told his own joke.
How dare he?
I remember his name. He turned out to be a really good guy, so I'm not going to say it, because I bet he doesn't remember doing it.
Does he listen to the pod?
No,
Just send him this in his like DMs on Twitter.
No, he's probably got much better things going on in his life now.
Like sending dick pics or something.
Yeah.
Does he look like a kind of guy that would send a dick pic? Like randomly, like middle of the day?
No, he never sent one to me.
Okay.
Which if he's that kind of guy, I'm a little jealous, I guess. Like,
yeah.
You left me out of the 8th grade sleepover, and now you're leaving me out of your dick pics.
Did he get pubes early?
See, I had that. That was me, yeah. Like, I was the one who was embarrassed to, like, lift up my arms in the pool because I had armpit hair in, like, 4th grade.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Are you part Italian or what?
Not at all. This struck fear in me today when I had the thought about it. I was writing down my age because sometimes I just write it down to remember it. Like, here's a fun little test. 2, 5.
It's been
Got
so
it.
long. I've been alive for so long.
But it hit me, and I was like, what if my parents just lied to me? Like, they were just like, let's keep him out of school for like 4 years, see what happens.
Start him at 8 in kindergarten?
Like
just
my
a beast.
older sister is younger than me for real.
Like, what are you, like Dominican, like baseball player or what? Just like line up
I wish, because then I'd at least have a shot at my dream. But yeah, I don't know. Haunts. I'm excited. Speaking of haunts, Just found out that my landlord's mom's mom died in the house I'm about to move into.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be more stoked. Like, not only is it a ghost, but it's a ghost of a grandma. Oh, what's that smell? Is it?
Oh, it was the landlord's grandma. I thought landlord's mom passed away in the house.
See, I asked him that, and he said, "No, but my grandma did." And I was like, "All right, well, I'll take that."
All right.
Either way, if I smell banana bread,
Sure.
either Eric's cooking or there's a ghost, and I hope it's Eric's
God,
cooking.
what is it? That reminds me of Grandma's Boy.
Love it.
Where he's like, she didn't die in the bed, did she? Oh, no, of course not. She rolled out and died on the floor.
Yeah.
Like sidesteps around it.
Just living with his. That was
Died on the floor.
my dad took that movie away from me
Nobody
before I could even watch it.
Yeah, my dad walked in, me watching the unrated version, as Nick Swartzen said, "This chick's pussy smelled like the Great Depression."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
It totally made sense that he wanted to not let.
Yeah.
His reasoning is you shouldn't watch a movie where the first word is the F word. His words.
Such a great first word of a movie, though.
I mean, yeah, and the opening 10 minutes of that movie are excellent.
Yeah.
But-
Rob Schneider, of course.
You know, they kept comedy away from me as I was a kid, and now what do I want to do?
Comedy.
I want to kill my parents.
Oh, shit.
No,
That
I
was
want to
that
tell
was
jokes,
That was a rock hard misdirection.
right? Especially
Classic comedy, really.
Yeah. I like to think it is. Did you have any other weird questions off the bat you wanted to ask me that you didn't tell me before when we were preparing to do this?
No, I didn't. I didn't tell you that. I wanted to hit you with get your initial reaction.
Get my blood flowing?
Yeah.
Well, here, it's flowing. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, like the time you shit your pants, was it flowing up to your face in embarrassment?
See, I wasn't embarrassed.
Oh,
I mean, no, I was. When
how
I
do
had
you
to
shit
tell
your
her, I was
pants and
embarrassed.
not get embarrassed?
Well, it wasn't the first time.
Well, it's never the first time. I don't remember the first time I shit my pants because I was like, an infant.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I remember every time I've pooped. You
Even-
don't?
Even like in the hospital?
Yeah.
That's freaky. Do you have
First time my
autism?
mom was holding me, I bricked all over her.
That's super funny. I know my.
I don't remember that.
I know I don't remember this, but I was told growing up pretty much every month of my life and every time I brought a girl home that my mom liked to tell a story of how when I was a baby my poop smelled so bad in the hospital that the nurses made her change me.
No, really?
Yeah.
I've been downwind from you when you farted.
Oh, dude.
I don't think it's changed at all.
It has not.
Which, I mean,
It's because I'm trying to shit out this demon that's been inside me for 27 years.
do you think you need... I was going to ask if you thought
Medical
you
attention?
if you needed to be exercised, but I think we could both use some exercising.
Yeah, exactly.
Demons are not. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of made up stuff that doesn't matter, I thought we'd talk about horoscopes because they've always interested me.
Sure.
As one of the dumbest things that can exist. And
Right on.
right, I don't know. What's your take on your personality being based on the stars?
I mean, I don't
Is
think
that
so.
what astrology? I don't even know what astrology is really.
I think so. I think your personality is slightly based on like where the Earth was first in its whatever. But,
okay. So
yeah.
like all the stars that were above me are dead now.
I
Which
mean,
is
they
maybe
probably
why
all
I'm
are.
dead inside.
That's why when you wish upon a star, that star is dead, probably like your dream.
You wish upon a star. I don't know if that's a song.
Yeah, doesn't it Jiminy Cricket sing that in Pinocchio?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Pinocchio, as I like to say, and people get real angry when you say it like that.
I couldn't watch that because it involved magic.
In witchcraft.
Yeah.
What kind of house did you grow up in that you still talk to these people?
You know, they're just so supportive. They just love me so much.
Wow, is it because you're the oldest?
I'm the youngest. Yeah. No, if that's not totally clear, I'm the baby. You think my eldest sister had to start a podcast?
No, I think she was successful in life.
No. We all have our
Own successes in life.
yeah.
Sometimes it's shitting your pants to get out of a job, and sometimes it's having someone steal your joke at Super Bowl 50.
I wish we knew who that guy was so we could hunt him down and interview him.
I mean, I'm sure you had a white guy name like Kyle or Chad or something.
Yeah, Todd.
Yeah, fucking Bryce.
Yeah, that's for sure a white guy name.
Just some hippie. Hey, he was a fucking hippie. I know that. That's pretty much all I got. He goes to festivals now.
Right.
Looks like he probably doesn't. Might have dreadlocks.
Might have dreadlocks.
He fits the personality. It's probably possible.
I used to want dreadlocks, I think, a little bit when I was growing up. That would have looked so dumb.
I get so excited when I see a white person with dreadlocks.
Oh yeah, because you know you're not going to be the worst smelling one in the room.
Not just that, but also like you're just like, look at that person.
It's a unicorn.
Who decided that?
Yeah. Do you think they were like, hey mom, can I get dreads in 7th grade?
It takes so much effort for white people to have dreads. I don't know about non-white people, but I know white people takes a huge fucking process.
Yeah, I had a buddy who made himself have dreads when we were in high school, but they were just like clumps of hair, which I guess is a dreadlock.
I saw one guy try and do it. He looked like fucking Sideshow Bob.
Oh yeah?
It's straight up. It was so funny.
Was he also just yellow?
Yeah, but that was because he had a bad liver from drinking so much.
Sure.
It's a little bit different.
It's
Also
too
had
bad.
4 fingers on one hand. That's a whole other story that I don't know. Just kidding.
Okay. That's back on The Simpsons. I just heard about that show.
Did you?
Yeah. Turns out it's been on air for like 28 years. Not everybody, I've learned, most of them are yellow. That's crazy.
No, only like God and Jesus have 5 fingers.
Really?
Yeah, everyone else has 4.
Matt Groening and Conan O'Brien or David Schwartzwelder. I don't know who God and Jesus are
that
in
a
the
real
Simpsons
name?
world. Yeah, was one of the main writers throughout the best seasons.
Right on.
That's what nerds tell me. I haven't watched a lot of The Simpsons because guess what?
What?
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Why even have TV, Mom and Dad? We didn't for a good portion of it, but
Fair enough.
so horoscopes,
Horoscopes. Well, to start off, I am a Taurus.
which is also a type of Honda.
It's a Ford.
It's a Ford.
Type of Ford.
I'm not much of a car guy, but I do drive a Ford, not a Taurus.
Yeah.
An Escape.
Yeah. What's the license plate number again?
6
Tight.
something.
Just 6.
I had my last one that I had on my Kia. Had that one memorized, but I don't know this one.
Mine says Fancy Boy.
Fancy Boy? That's
Yeah.
a great vanity plate.
I thought so.
If you had vanity plates, like new ones that didn't say Fancy Boy, because I know you have those.
Yeah.
It's real.
Mm-hmm.
What would your vanity plate be?
I don't know. I think probably some form of a pun with the vehicle, I guess, would be my best guess.
Sure.
But maybe, I might just make it like a lesbian joke out of it since I drive a Subaru. But that's offensive. So.
I suppose. Well, you got to get it done in 7 letters. So
Yeah.
if you can offend a bunch of people in 7 letters, that's pretty impressive.
You probably could.
Off
the top of my head, I got a few already.
I for sure could.
I'm definitely not saying them right now.
No.
Not trying to
No.
get your podcast blacklisted before episode 50.
I think my vanity plate would just be 666 egg. I think that would be a good one.
Oh, it's classic.
Or,
That's super fun. Deviled egg. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Or 311 sucks. SUX. But
Why would you spread lies like that?
I'm not against 311. I'm not for them. I hear they need to be investigated. That's a thing. But
So I'm a Taurus, but officially I'm also like a borderline since I'm April 24th. And it usually goes from like April 20th to May 20th, I think. Something like that. So I'm a borderline, whatever is before Taurus. I'm considered like a dual.
So you do know more about this than
I know a little bit because I know a bunch of people that are into it. I'm talking I know one chick who I won't say, but they can get down to when where you are in the universe, like when you're born.
we were all on Earth.
What time of day you were born? Oh, sorry.
We're like in orbit or whatever.
Yeah.
And
then what time of day you were born also reflects that. Like what day of the week you were born on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so tell me all of this information and then also just fill out the about me and I'm going to tell you a lot about yourself.
Right? It just seems like a lot of work to justify a shitty personality. Like, I'm a Sagittarius. It's just what happened. It means you're a fucking bitch, Carol.
Yeah.
Stop shitting on the Starbucks workers.
And
just because I made your fucking latte wrong.
Oh, but how hard is it to make a latte? They're making minimum wage.
It's a latte harder than you think it is.
We should end this now. And I don't mean the podcast. I mean my life.
Speaking of ending,
That would have been a great segue into Anthony Bourdain. But we're still on horoscopes. So lucky for you guys. June 8th, 2018. This is Taurus. After a few days of surprises, have you had any surprises in the last few days?
nothing that surprising overall.
Oof, off to a rough start. Flash fires or confusing conversations. Check. We've got that one going.
There we go.
Get ready for things to get quiet and slow down. Parentheses, way down.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, right?
I want to have a chill summer so bad.
Dude, I've been running nonstop the last, 14 days.
Running?
Okay, so I've been maybe power walking. Maybe power walking a little bit the past 2 weeks. In fact, the abrupt halt to the hectic pace of your life. Oh, did you speak too soon? Might be so startling, you find yourself longing for a little bit more chaos.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens to me pretty much every time I quit a desk job because I have a small panic attack about not making the content that I want to create.
Sure. Yeah,
So, that wouldn't be surprising that would happen to me because I definitely did that 2 years ago.
What was the job?
Comcast.
Oh, yeah.
I worked for customer retention, so when you try to cancel, I try to convince you to stop. And
We talked about it in the last episode. I was just listening to it today.
nice.
Yeah. It sounds like a terrible job.
It was pretty awful. I mean, just cubicles in general are not good for my creative psyche.
I don't think they're good for anybody's creative psyche.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think boring people probably still hate
Yeah.
that type of environment.
I think so. I mean, they're not made to be enjoyable. That's why they exist. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be basically like prison, but you get paid.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going to prison if I... cut that out. So, blah, blah, blah. A little more chaos. To stem the feeling, give yourself a few hours to get used to being... Okay, so in case...
My voice broke.
In case the lack of chaos startles you, give yourself a few hours to get used to it. Stupid. Maybe not. I don't... You'll soon find that it's easy to enjoy. You can't run at full speed all the time.
I don't run
Or at all.
at all.
Embrace this pleasant break in your week. That's not a bad horoscope.
I'd take it. That's how I put that. I can catch up on some podcasts.
Yeah. Take an afternoon off. Don't get too startled by it. What am I going to do? I have so much time to chill. All right.
What's yours? What are you?
I'm an Aquarius. Aquarius.
I think it's just Aquarius.
Yeah, that's what
Just
it says
like
on
that
here.
40-Year-Old Virgin song.
Born January 24th. Exactly 4 months before you, but a couple
Classic.
years later. June 8th, 2018. After a long period of uncertainty. Is that the same? Okay, so you were after a few days of surprises. I'm after a long period of uncertainty. A few things will start to finalize today. Wait a while before you celebrate, however. Nothing is written in stone just yet. But don't let the tentative nature of the situation push you into overanalyzing.
That doesn't sound fun.
No.
I like to overanalyze and give myself anxiety attacks.
Yeah, no. If I overanalyze, I cry. If I cry, I fall asleep fast.
Exactly.
It's the best way to do it. But, yeah, maybe I've had a long period of uncertainty. What the heck was that?
I don't know.
Maybe holding my phone to my computer's...
Giving
I
off
don't know.
bad vibes from our disbelieving.
Right? Ooh. You should feel like you're standing on solid ground because you are. Things are definitely coming together, and you should sense a building momentum that you will... I don't need to pop up. Get out of here.
I mean,
And you should... Go. What?
that all makes sense, but I feel like these are just so vague that you can it's almost like every pop song for about a girl.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, like for your horoscope,
yeah.
I felt that was just as much me as my horoscope was.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's the art of writing horoscopes.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Right.
kudos to horoscopes writers for sure.
No, for sure.
I'll give them that.
Have you ever been stabbed?
No, I have stabbed somebody, but go ahead.
All right, let's get back to that. A horoscope writer to me says, like, these are universal truths. Like, you probably haven't been stabbed, but I bet you don't like it.
Probably not.
You know, and I don't know if I like being stabbed or not. I think I could take maybe like 12 4-inch blades if I was in a fight, you know, before I died, like because of the adrenaline and just how much you got to get through to like stab me in actual vital places. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. I think horoscopes are dumb, and I could do it if I wanted, but they would all probably be related to stab
It does
wounds.
seem hard to do, especially like every day.
That is a good point. You have to write. How many are there? 9, 12?
Something like that, yeah.
Should have done a little bit of research.
No, it's fine. Just wing it.
365.
Just make it up.
Yeah, yeah, right. In horoscopes today, they're canceled, so don't check back tomorrow. It's not that hard.
Pisces, see Aquarius. Aquarius, see Taurus. It's the right one.
Yeah, yeah. Like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
But choose your own horoscope, and it's all the same. So we brought up Anthony Bourdain. There was some heartbreaking news in the world. I don't know the guy. I haven't seen any of his stuff.
I haven't either, really.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, man.
mean, like I know of him. Like obviously he's very influential and whatnot. But yeah, it's never watched Parts Unknown. Like I knew of him, knew he was like legendary. But like I don't know, something from the outside, I guess, from never watching any of it, it always kind of felt slightly disingenuous, I guess.
Sure.
Just because like he is like, I feel like he really tried to like ride like that rock star light like style of him.
He was definitely like a rock and roll chef.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nothing that was like he was almost like selling a brand to a certain point. It felt like more than just like being himself.
I think
Maybe that's just who he was, but like it felt like he was selling that, or like they were pushing that onto people.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of like being a chef. But his was more of a like, I don't know, external thing.
His was all about like, I mean, like he's like, oh, like drop acid and listen to Stones and fucking make food. You know what I mean? Like that's that's like pretty much all I know about like Anthony Bourdain. He wore like classic rock T-shirts and dropped acid and like talked about it like while eating weird food.
See, I didn't even know that about him. I knew he had a book that was called Kitchen Confidential, and that kind of like, I don't know, was a big deal. People read it, they loved it, they learned all about this guy's life, getting a second chance to be a cook.
Sure.
And then they made a TV show out of it. That's where I come in. I watched the season. It got canceled after 1. I really love that first season. Shout out to Ryan for giving me that or loaning me that and showing me a new favorite show. Bradley Cooper was in the TV show.
Nice.
And then they made the TV show into a movie. And
was that Burn movie?
Yeah.
I love that Burn
Bradley
movie.
Cooper was in that as well.
Was he supposed to, is that like pretty much what happened to Bourdain or what?
I think so. I might just be confusing Bradley Cooper having a cooking movie with it being based on a TV show that's based on a book.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm pretty sure I read the log line and it's the same thing.
Sure.
But it's too bad. You know, like he left some kids behind, which is tough.
Tough, yeah.
And it's just sad. It's a I think suicide is a deep philosophical question that you can have with yourself. But there's always numbers to call.
Yeah,
you know?
it's I mean, like a huge part of it is just like not always feeling like no matter you can have 5 people around you saying, "Hey, I'm here for you," but you still feel alone and like just feel trapped and all that stuff. Because I mean, like it's funny that it just happened. Also with Kate Spade, the designer, right?
Yeah,
David Spade's sister-in-law.
Yeah,
crazy.
The handbag designer.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that small of a world that she was related to David Spade.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I learned that while watching some podcast. But
when I found out about her death, I was like, was she David's sister? Like, as a joke.
Yeah,
like,
right.
No way they could have been connected.
Yeah, but they were. It's so weird.
I mean, I think there are too many handbags in the world as is. You know?
Maybe that's why she did it.
I think if a girl has more than 5 purses, they're probably crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know. I've got 19 backpacks.
How many hats do you have?
Like 12.
Oh, okay.
Not a ton.
I feel like a girl could have 12 purses then. It's like as much of an accessory as a hat that holds stuff.
All right, so I guess I'm just rethinking my entire life now.
Apparently.
All right.
I mean, you have cargo shorts to hold your stuff. What do women have? They don't even have pockets in their pants.
They do have it. They have it rough, don't they? I shouldn't be
Yeah.
so hard on ladies.
Also, can we stop shitting on cargo shorts, people? Like, stop making fun of them.
I think they're great.
I love them too.
I have a couple pair.
They have a tactical advantage over any other pant.
Oh, you can carry so much in them.
I mean, how many times have I carried stuff in them? Once.
Yeah,
maybe,
I mean,
in my 27 years of life, but
I have quite a bit. I used to like to carry just 2 beers in each one, and they get nice and shaken up. And I'd go up to lawyers, and I'd be like, sidebar. I'd give them a pocket beer, and they'd open it. I'd be like, you got pranked, son.
you just go sidebar, like, we're at your DUI trial.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, perfect time to shotgun one. Last time, bud.
right. DUI trials.
Yeah?
I'm gonna edit that out. It's so stupid. I don't need to talk about other people's stories on here.
That's fun.
So I read today. I thought this was pretty interesting. You know, you're familiar with Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
You know him, the king.
The king, yeah.
Apparently, the night that somebody coined him as that, he came out and expressed himself. He's like, actually, Fats Domino's is the king,
Sure.
which I thought was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think you saw that type of selflessness
Yeah.
in the man himself.
Especially in, in such a divisive racial time.
Yeah, to give credit where credit was due.
Yeah, we'll give a white guy giving credit to a black man is huge. I mean, a huge part of his influence was jazz and black culture in the 50s.
Oh, yeah, that's where all music comes from.
Yeah, and he just took their dancing and his lewd ways
Oh man,
with his loose pants and open shirts.
if people were offended by that, they should see how T.I. dances.
Which I mean, they only filmed him from the waist up when he did Ed Sullivan because he was just shaking his hips so much,
He's just ringing the bell.
dancing like the devil's in him.
It's crazy that I don't know, every generation sees this new level of music and it's like Satan's music,
Sure.
and it's all bad.
Until you get actual Satan music, Hail Satan, 666 Devil Metal.
Oh, sure.
That shit's rad as fuck.
Well, I mean, I don't listen to it, but
man.
I've been to some pretty brutal shows,
It's fun, dude.
and the people are so nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. I couldn't be happier with the show Carpenter Brute I was at.
Yeah, I remember
You
you
know.
talking about that.
Ultra violence, very, very demonic. Not demonic in a movie aesthetic,
Sure.
but I mean it was crazy, and the people were nice. There was one guy who was just a big beanbag and needed to get a freedom elbow to the wiener, but
Sometimes you just gotta throw one, man.
other than that, I mean,
For America. Donald Trump would do it. Why wouldn't you?
I'm not gonna start doing everything Donald Trump would do.
Why
He
not?
stays up so late.
Yeah. and
I
he
gotta get my
crushes-
25 hours a night, bro.
Crushes his Diet Coke like it's his job.
I don't even like Diet Coke. I don't even.
Yeah. I'm not a Diet Coke guy either.
If it,
I should be with my size, but
Yeah.
whatever.
if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. Do it.
Might as well
Enjoy
party.
it, right?
Yeah, I always justify at least I'm not doing heroin.
Yeah.
I think to myself,
It's
maybe
like,
I should just start doing that instead.
Right.
I feel like I'd lose some weight.
It'd be better on my teeth.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as you can remember to continue brushing.
Yeah. Yes, isn't it it's the teeth fall out, at least from meth use? It's not from the actual drugs, it's from the fact that they just don't take care of themselves.
I think so. I
I'm
don't-
sure meth is just hard on the teeth in general. Kind of cigarettes stain your teeth. I can't imagine meth
yeah.
doing a whole lot of good stuff.
Well, I mean, blue raspberry flavored things
Yeah.
wreak havoc on your teeth.
Do they really?
And that's so
More than others, or
I don't know. I just feel like I always see people's teeth stained blue, not red or pink or orange.
fair enough.
If they're
Must be
eating
the
one of those
dyes,
things, yeah. But that being, I mean, is blue raspberry more addictive than meth? Hashtag it.
Maybe it might be.
Hashtag heroin or hashtag or what did I say? Meth.
Yeah. Hashtag meth. Hashtag blue ras.
Yeah. Hashtag meth is better than blue raspberry, or blue raspberry is better than meth on whatever social media site you're on, and I won't find it because I don't care.
What was it? I saw this on Facebook the other day. I can't remember if I talked about it on the podcast last time or not, but I saw this Facebook status was a picture of someone shooting up, and it's be honest, how many of you haven't fucked with heroin? And it's like, I feel like you're just using that to justify doing heroin.
Yeah.
So I looked up the stats, and it's like only like 0.03% of the population has like ever done heroin. So like 99% of America has not done heroin.
What percentage of the 1% lives in Minnesota?
Probably all of them.
I feel like this is the heroin capital of the world.
It's pretty. I think it's up there. I don't think it's like the capital, but
Okay.
I know it's in the Midwest at least.
Yeah. Anoka was mentioned in like a New York Times article.
Yeah, probably.
Because the amount of young kids that were overdosing on heroin.
Classic.
But hey, if you live in Anoka, how else are you going to spend your weekends?
Yeah, right.
Anoka's also the Halloween capital of the world. So maybe I just misread Halloween for heroin. Now that I think about it. You know, they kept showing pictures of all these
small kids.
Yeah. I was like, wow, 5-year-olds are getting heroin in their candy?
Classic.
So, yeah, maybe I just need to learn to read better.
Maybe.
But
what were we talking about? I forgot.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke, yeah. Talking about the president.
Yeah. Donald.
Donnie T, as I call him.
I don't know why he couldn't have been a better reality star.
People don't like, I don't know. I mean,
I'm not opposed to having a TV boy be president. In fact, I love TV, but why couldn't it have been Aaron Sorkin?
Or I'm thinking more like reality shows. Like, what if we got like Lauren Conrad?
Yeah.
Madam President.
Well, at least Lauren Conrad is a great example of somebody who stands up against fascism. And if you remember her stint on the Eric Andre show.
I do.
When he drew the swastika and she left.
Oh, yeah.
So say what you want about Lauren Conrad. And you've brought her up on both podcasts.
Have I?
I
did, yeah. Because we were talking about the Hills.
We were talking about the OC.
Yeah.
And you brought up the Hills.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Actually, we were talking about Gilmore Girls.
Oh,
and,
yeah. I said
and you
Lauren
called,
Conrad.
Yeah.
Not Lauren Graham.
But what were we talking about?
Fuck, dude. Look at the script. I got nothing. You really wrote the script, not me.
Right? These 8 words.
I'm just reading the lines you gave me.
So before we started, I had a little scare with my computer, and it wouldn't turn on. And you were here for that.
I was nervous.
Did I look nervous?
A little bit.
I never get to see myself like under heat.
Your brow was definitely furrowed, I would say.
Yeah.
You were intense. Because this might have been the death of the devil's advocate.
Yeah, at least until I could get a new computer, which I would do immediately because I've already been, like I told you, I've already been waiting to do that. I've already been waiting to do that.
Just ready to jump on that gun.
But it came through this weekend. I've got my graphic designer pal that you know, Drake.
Sure.
At Synthetic. I don't know. It's spelled with a Q. Both those words are spelled like weird English people would spell them if you want to look up his stuff. He did the logo. He's touching it up because in exciting news, I will be submitting to iTunes.
Nice.
As soon as I get a logo as good as possible.
That's awesome.
So for all those people out there who've stuck with me on SoundCloud, which is a dumb place to release a podcast.
I find that's where I find most of the podcasts I listen to, actually.
Really?
It's just a lot easier to search through and all that stuff. I mean, they're all on SoundCloud and they're not all everywhere else.
Sure.
I just don't use iTunes for anything because I have all Windows and Android.
Oh, why?
I like my stuff to work.
All right, fair enough. I can't argue that.
They don't work well together like Apple does, but they work.
No, for sure. I've been thinking about making that switch. You know, like next phone. Probably wouldn't do it with the computer, but I don't know. I always get the free iPhone when I get one, so it's never great. It's always 3 generations old.
Sure,
but I don't know. I think ever since Steve Jobs died, you know, Apple's gotten a little bit better.
Are we still talking about Anthony Bourdain, or we move on from that?
We moved on from that.
RIP. R.I.P.
Yeah. It's a shame. Maybe I'll watch your TV show. Probably won't.
I wonder if they're going to recast him. Just someone else playing Anthony Bourdain.
Just get Guy Fieri in there. That'd be kind of cool. You'd just have a 9th TV show. In other news, do you watch hockey?
I do. Yeah, I was watching the finals on Hulu.
Tight.
Product placement.
Did you watch the game last night?
That was the one game I didn't watch.
Oh, man. That's too bad. It was exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's game 5, right? That was game 5, and Capitals got it.
Yep. And they were It's their first championship in the team history, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was well deserved. I mean, I really wanted to see the Golden Knights get it. Just like
it would have been awesome.
The first year of a team existing.
Yeah. To win. That would have been incredible. But to see one win it
literally just like them showing up. How hard could it be?
Right.
And just actually getting there.
It was a super exciting game. So yeah, Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah, Ovechkin, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, finally got there.
He's been doing the same thing as Crosby.
Yeah.
For just as long. And Crosby, I think, has like 4 rings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
I only watch hockey when it gets to playoff season. Because there's too much of it. Like,
how many rings does Jaeger have? Do we know?
I have no idea.
He's my fucking favorite player.
I feel like,
his existence is just so fucking funny.
How long has he been in the league? Like 26 years?
I know he's currently playing with someone's kid that he used to play with. He's been playing that long.
That's great, and he's still he still has fun, which is why he still plays.
Yeah, he has fun with it. And it's like I don't know if he's single still rocking that single life, and just like, yeah, he's just so much fun. Like the scandal, quote unquote, that happened a few years back, where like the chick slept with him and like took a picture of him in bed with her. It's like, oh, give me $5,000 or I'll release this. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do with that picture.
Yeah. He's like, you think I care? Go for it.
Yeah, he just said, do it. I don't give a fuck, and like went to bed.
It's a good picture of me.
So that was the back of his head, but it's just so funny.
Yeah. No, like, and that's the mentality they should have.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you'd try and blackmail a single guy.
Yeah, maybe she just thought, oh, he's so old, he must be married.
Yeah. I don't know. She's probably the kind of girl who has a bunch of purses that don't work.
Yeah, probably
that's
not.
how crazy she is.
They're all just small and barely hold her iPhone because iPhone's gotten so big.
Can't fit it in your pocket. Can't fit it in your purse.
Can't fit it in your hand.
Unacceptable to wear cargo shorts.
Yeah. Too big to take a selfie with the side button.
Man.
Maybe she just has tiny hands, though. We don't know.
She probably does.
Probably.
I don't know. Ladies have it tough. We gotta keep thinking about that.
Yeah. But what else? We got other playoffs happening this week in other sports, right? We have
the Warriors are looking to possibly sweep the Cavaliers tonight.
Oh, finally sweep it. And LeBron's back is just so tired from carrying that team.
Yeah. I don't know a ton about basketball, but I know that he works harder than the rest of the guys on the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, from pretty much the way I chalk it up to is I reference Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire with this.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they're talking about the Quidditch World Cup.
Sure.
And then,
guess what?
What?
I wasn't allowed to watch or read Harry Potter growing up either.
But you have since, right?
Yeah, okay, I watched all 8 movies.
Yeah, 8.
I haven't read them, but
okay. Well, in the book, I don't know if it's actually in the movie, but so it's obviously Bulgaria with Victor Crumb versus the Ireland, and at one point, I think it's Charlie or Bill Weasley that says Crumb is one good player and Ireland has 7. That's pretty much how the NBA is looking right now for the finals. Like the Cavaliers have, I mean, Kevin Love's pretty good.
But he's not a superstar.
No, he's not LeBron, but like everyone else is like, I mean, it's the point where like they joked about an SNL. But like I think Golden State has a better team overall.
I think so.
And they have at least 2 big sluggers like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry.
I don't know anything about basketball. I've watched a little bit of each of these the first 3 games of the series.
Yeah, for sure.
They've just been on. All the guys I filmed the 48-hour big basketball heads. One of them even went out on a limb to call himself an NBA head.
Wow.
Which I think is dead head makes sense. It rhymes. Fish head kind of makes sense because fishes have heads.
Yeah.
NBA head is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I shouldn't roast. Should I?
You can.
I don't know.
At least it's not like a NCAA head. That's always the weird thing when like people like are super into college sports. Like that's their thing. Like you could have any other sport, pick fucking like, I don't know, like bocce ball or some shit.
Yeah.
But like I feel like just like college sports is like there's no. It's just weird to me to be like, yeah, that's my thing, college ball.
I prefer college ball.
Do you?
I think I probably watch more college football in a weekend than I do professional football.
Do you like follow them like in the level of like where like the public will follow a professional sport like with
no
players and stuff?
I'll probably follow 2 teams a season.
Sure,
and watch every one of their games.
It's one thing to be a fan of college sport and really like that be like your team, But I think people that like follow the overall sport and the players.
Oh,
and, like,
sure. Like the whole...
Yeah, the overall spread of the actual sport. That's what I'm referring to, at least.
I'm in this Facebook group, and it's dedicated to the level of college football my dad coaches at.
Sure.
Which is FCS.
Sure.
And yeah, those dudes take it seriously. Like, so seriously, they started a podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
All 3 of them?
Copycats. No, there's like 7,000 people in the group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I haven't liked or commented anything because I don't care that much.
Yeah,
It's weird to
Just
think you
lurking in
love
those
something
threads.
and then to find out people love it more.
Yeah, it's
And,
kind of
like,
weird.
They're probably pretty sad.
I mean, you literally grew up with it, and these people, like, I mean, they haven't grown up with it, but like, they're like, this is my thing.
Yeah.
This is
They're
weird.
just like, yeah. Why does that occur? I get why people like college basketball more than professional basketball.
I mean, March Madness is such a huge ordeal now.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, glorified where it's like it's a celebrity event almost.
It's crazy.
I couldn't name one NCAA player, like, while they're playing college ball
No.
like, at all.
The one basketball player I can think of right now, LeBron James,
Yeah.
didn't even go to college.
LeBron James. Didn't he go right out of high school?
I think he was like
right
the
to the minors?
last basketball player to do that, I think.
I think probably.
If I remember correctly.
Well, the Ball family's trying real hard to surpass that by going straight to Latvia.
What?
Yeah, you know, was it LeVar Ball?
Sure.
On the Lakers, I think. Well, there's a whole family, like they're all like there's 4 or 5 of them.
Bunch of balls.
Yeah, just a bunch of balls hanging out and some sacks.
What is this?
So the
This
dad
is not tasteful.
one's playing for the Lakers, professionally, and the other ones are in high school. One's in college, one was in high school, and the dad pulled them both out to play professionally in like Latvia.
Latvia. I thought you said left
No,
field.
sorry, Lithuania. That's it.
My confusion came from you saying, I thought you said left field.
Oh,
I was like,
I
they're not
might have.
basketball players.
I say words sometimes that I don't know what I'm saying.
Didn't Coach from New Girl play basketball in Lithuania?
Latvia. He was Latvia, and I think they actually play in Lithuania. That sounds right. They had like a small Facebook show called Ball in the Family.
Should have called it Ball and Chain. Chain Gang. The Ball and Chain Gang.
Well, actually, here's a fun fact about it, too, is that the 16-year-old actually wanted to stop playing, so he shit his pants mid-game.
And then just to prove it.
Yeah, don't call it a callback. Like that hit 90s rap song.
Don't call it a callback.
Yeah. That's not the words, but
No.
fuck it, whatever. We're
That's
not.
is that NWA?
I think so. No. I don't even know anymore.
National Women's
That was
Association.
Run DMC.
That could be.
I don't know.
I'm not a hip hop head.
Me neither.
You know, I'm not. I like Triple H, but I'm not a hip hop head.
I like taking aggressive stances on hip-hop stuff without knowing anything about it.
Yeah, Eminem's the greatest rapper of all time.
I like to say that Outkast is better than Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean,
I like to speak the truth as well.
Have you heard Stankonia?
Yeah.
It's way better than 36 Chambers.
Well, of course.
This is coming from somebody who's not listened to both of those albums in their entirety.
Right.
But I do like Outkast. I do like a little bit of hip hop. I like a little bit of Wu-Tang. I like ODB.
Yeah.
You know, Wu-Tang's for the children. I support the children. They are our future.
I like to hear 22-year-old white girls on acoustic ukuleles cover hip-hop songs.
Dude, I don't need them to be 22-year-old white ladies.
I'm just talking
on
like
ukulele.
That's like the first person that comes to mind. Like, oh, I play ukulele. It's like the person who I think of, even though I own a ukulele.
We have 2 of them in this room right here.
Classic.
One's white, one's brown.
See? I don't see color.
Not even shades.
Not even shades. Except with my shades on.
Social justice.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
I low-key love acoustic covers of hip-hop songs.
So funny.
And it's one of my favorite things. Ed Sheeran,
Yeah.
don't listen to the guy's music, can cover hip-hop songs like nobody's business. He's also like responsible of half the music that comes out these days. I think he writes.
He writes a lot,
everybody.
yeah. Like I know he wrote "Love Yourself" for Justin Bieber. Well, he wrote it for
J-Beebs.
Rihanna. It's supposed to be "Fuck Yourself," and then Biebs took it.
Oddly enough, Bruno Mars wrote the "If you're driving round town in the
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, Bruno Mars wrote that.
Yeah, I actually knew that,
Oh.
but no one else did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys can know that now.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
That's now a thing you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, right. It's just always fun to to hear like 5 people write all the songs for everyone. It's kind of fun to figure out.
It's crazy. And like, well, or like the amount of people it took to write one song.
Sure.
Sometimes there are like 14 names on it. What is this? The Tupac script?
Right? My God.
Did that movie come out yet?
All Eyes on Me. It did come out. I haven't seen it yet though, which sucks because I really wanted to see it because I'm very interested in the idea of Tupac and surrounding his death. I want to see that show that came out too.
Sure.
They did a true crime show.
Oh, like about Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah.
Right? The East Coast.
Really
Yeah.
want to check that out.
Like an AMC show or something like that.
I think it was like TBS or something, but yeah. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Seriously?
I'm fat. I'm notorious big.
Right?
He's trying to do Fat Albert with
TBS. Seriously funny. True crime.
Biggie died at 24.
That's insane. I mean, Tupac was like, 27, I think. He was less than 30.
I've never wanted to have a rap career more in my life.
Just to
You
die.
know? Well, to die a legend.
True.
I guess I'd have to be good at rapping.
Yeah, you can be Post Malone. Just cover Bob Dylan songs on YouTube till you write a fucking Black Guy song.
I don't know how that guy got famous, but I love him
so much.
He drinks Bud Lights.
He's sponsored. He's trying to get sponsored, like lifetime sponsorship from Bud Light because he thinks you're so good.
He's not sponsored.
I think
He's got like a fridge that's fully stocked.
He works with it. Yeah, they come and stock it every once a week or whatever. But now he threw he did like a Bud Light tour. Like they work together now since basically he got famous. He's like, I love Bud Light. They're like, hey, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Let's hope your
Yeah.
third album is as good as the first.
I got into a YouTube hole today because basically there's this conspiracy theory about that, like, if you speed up a Post Malone song, it sounds exactly like a Justin Bieber song.
Really?
To the T, dude.
That's like a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to check that out. I do like... I was watching videos of people, like...
Yeah.
You listen to lo-fi
Yeah.
hip-hop ever?
Just sometimes, yeah.
It's like one of the best stations to chill out to on YouTube.
Love them.
Uh,
Like some random anime chick, like, studying or whatever on a loop.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
You
like
all know what it
a
is.
Simpsons character bobbing his head.
Yeah.
That's one of the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I listened to a Post Malone song slowed down, like lo-fi'd. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all right as is. I mean, I had to become a fan of his personality before I could become a fan of his music.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was too. Just listening like him on like a couple podcasts or whatever, just like being goofy and just being weird.
He seems like a great guy.
Just making shit posts and just being just a fun dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing weird clothes.
He's handling fame a lot better than Bieber did at his age. I'll say that.
Bieber was also like 8 years younger than Post is when he got
I think that's a
famous.
huge part of it, yeah. Well, I mean, White Iverson blew up when he was like 19.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty young.
Yeah,
I suppose
mean,
that song's
Bieber got
been out for
discovered
a few
like
years.
Bieber got discovered like 13 though. So
Yeah.
or he got signed like between 12 and 13. So pre-puberty.
I think Bieber always wanted to be discovered.
Yeah.
Like I think
mean,
that was in his blood. I don't
think
know
his
if
parents
Post was-
wanted him to because
Yeah.
they're the ones who that ran his YouTube account for a while. That's how he got discovered. He covered Chris Brown and Usher and Scooter.
Really?
Found it. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I mean, I haven't really followed his career.
I remember when it happened. I remember listening to the radio show. Like, yeah, Usher signed like this 12-year-old kid to his record label because he covered Chris Brown. It's like some like pasty white kid from Canada.
And he sold.
Yeah,
It was a
just
great,
crushed it.
Great
yeah.
buy.
Mm-hmm. Then he had like his first single. I don't know why I know so much
Baby?
about Bieber. No, it was One Time.
One time.
Yeah. Let me tell you one time.
One time.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know that one. I probably do.
The music
But-
videos were like he's like at Usher's house and Usher's like, hey, I'm gonna be home late, and so he throw the party instead, and like has like he's like hitting on like a 26-year-old like actress.
Yeah. When I was growing up, the
Promoting
equivalent of,
statutory. It's tight.
the equivalent of that was Jesse Carter, Aaron Carter,
I was gonna say Aaron Carter. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Aaron's
yeah.
party, come and get it.
Yeah.
No.
or the day he beat Shaq.
That's how I beat Jack.
Yeah. That,
Have you listened to that like in like a recent month or so?
honestly, I don't know if I've ever listened to it.
Oh, I used to listen to it all the time, but like
Yeah?
when I was a kid, yeah.
Wasn't really allowed to listen to a lot of pop music.
Oh man, I remember buying No Strings Attached by NSYNC like the day it came out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My sister got invited to an NSYNC concert once. Couldn't go.
Couldn't go.
Tickets were bought. She couldn't go.
Oh, like the Lord said no?
No. Her friend's parents bought the tickets.
Oh, okay.
My parents said no. Same thing happened to me with Fall Out Boy in 8th grade.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can go. And then they looked up the lyrics and they're like, he says friction in her jeans. That's
Pretty sexual.
I was like, I haven't learned what friction means yet.
Right?
I'm only in 8th grade. And they're like, that's the problem. You should
haven't
know
learned
what
it.
fiction means.
Yeah, right? Fucking nerd.
That's all right.
It's okay.
I'm
Mellowed out. You still a Fall Out Boy fan?
no.
No?
Like I in that like that
So the
album,
parenting worked is what I'm hearing.
I mean, I still like the what came up to that album.
Sure.
I don't remember. It had the single "This Ain't a Scene." It's
Oh, yeah. Infinity on High. No,
Is that
yeah. With the cow on the front?
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a Fall Out Boy head?
I love Fall Out Boy. Pretty
You and your buddies are pretty into pop punk.
I'm huge into pop punk. I still have, like, a lot of the bands that I grew up listening to aren't as good anymore. Like, I haven't listened to Fall Out Boy's new stuff except since Filet Adieu, which had the song, that's the one with the 2 teddy bears on the front.
I don't know if I know that one.
It had, like, I Don't Care and stuff
Okay.
off the Sex Drive soundtrack.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Around that time.
Yeah.
Like how that's how you get it. I love it.
It was a great movie. It was
Solid
very
movie.
funny.
I only saw the unrated version where they had like random shots of black dick
Yeah.
just flopping around.
Just-
So funny.
All sorts of dick, all sorts of boobs.
Yeah, just unnecessary. So funny.
The intro to that unrated version was so funny.
I loved it.
And I saw the rated version first.
Never did.
And as a kid growing up, like unrated, I don't think they still make unrated versions of comedy movies.
I think like I know Bad Grandpa did, and then also Dirty Grandpa with Zac Efron and Robert De Niro had an unrated version.
Really?
Yeah, it's on
Very
Hulu.
cool. Yeah. That's cool. I haven't seen that one, but it looked kind of funny.
It looked fun. I heard it was great, but I heard it was funny. It was
I'll-
like worth the watch type of thing.
I like that Efron's kind of making the move to be. I mean, he's still a hunk, but
I think it's a smart move.
It's like a comedy, yeah.
just like The Rock, just diversifying like your overall fan base. Like
Yeah.
he went from the Disney kid and like banked off that was 17 again, which that movie I love.
killer. Yeah,
But
who
then,
doesn't want to watch a movie about?
Matthew Perry turning into Zac Efron. That's the dream when you're Matthew Perry, really.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
When you're mid 2000, like late 2010s Matthew Perry.
You mean they're not rebooting Friends?
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip has just failed. They're like, hey, you want to be Zac Efron for half a movie? And he's like, fuck yes. Want to relive your glory days?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Would you say Chandler was the best looking friend in Friends?
I think Brad Pitt was.
Was he in Friends?
He dated Rachel, I thought. Yeah.
I watched all
Again,
10
like-
seasons. I didn't retain a thing.
I think that was like peak Brad Pitt too. Like
we were on a break. That's
pivot.
Is that another? I don't know
Yeah.
that reference.
It's Ross yelling at them when they're moving a couch up the stairs.
Oh, yeah. Like while I was watching it, I was like, "This is all right."
Yeah,
I never thought it was terrible.
I was watching an analysis of Friends, and like basically like it was like analyzing that versus like a single cam comedy, and like the amount of laughter in a Friends episode is like averaging. I think it's like 5.5 to 6.5 minutes of just laughter
Of them laughing.
of like the audience laughing.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
they stop everything for the audience to finish laughing. So
Oh,
that takes
man.
your 22-minute episode down to like would that be 13.5, 14 minutes?
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, I don't know if this is Big Bang Theory. I think in their final season was shooting 17-minute episodes.
Yeah.
If they're getting 4 or 5 minutes of laughter per,
Yeah.
10 minutes of
Right.
content. Like, multicam shows have a place in the world. I enjoy a lot of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Actually, do you know the guy? I learned this one too. This is another fun multicam format thing. The guy who pretty much invented that style of multicam sitcom is the cinematographer of Metropolis, that 1920s.
No
movie.
way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He moved to Hollywood and he did it with I Love Lucy.
Let's just shoot it on all the cameras.
Well, yeah, basically like because they did rehearsals in front of audiences. And like, this is really cool. And
Yeah.
like, how can we do this? Because he like innovated like the dolly shot. And he's like, okay, well, we could just like get rid of this fourth wall and then like have it open like a play almost. And we have 3 cameras shooting. We can move around. Like, so basically, like I Love Lucy had like a 2-shot, like the wide and then close up.
Sure.
And that's all they had. They had lights all over to make it happen. They had to wear dark makeup because the lights were so bright and the film was so shitty. and they had just microphones planted wherever they could hide them, and that's how they did it back in the day. And so he like revolutionized that, which is still being used today, obviously.
Wow. Huh. You know his name?
Oh shit, I couldn't tell you. It's some German name.
Sure.
But
Werner.
yeah, but he shot Metropolis, and he was like a revolutionary filmmaker in the 20s. He was the first one to do like a dolly shot.
Who knew that like the second lowest form of television, because reality TV is above multicam in my book,
Above?
as far as being crappy.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sorry. Yeah.
who knew?
Could have made such a piece of art before that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
I think that's the best
great
part.
art comes great responsibility.
I think if you take talented people like that and make them do those things, you can get great results.
Sure.
I mean, look at Christopher Nolan making a Batman movie. That was
He made one?
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, he made the Dark Knight trilogy.
Batman Begins was great.
Yeah, that's a great flick. Flick. I hate saying flick, but I say it all the time.
Because you sound like Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
That's why I started saying it.
I'd always associate that with like just assholes in like the mid 2000s. Like, oh, it's a sweet flick. You're like, oh man, shut up. And I say it all the time. I think it's because of Kevin Smith.
Yeah. No, I mean, why
But,
not?
like, yeah,
Why
that's
not
a great
say it?
movie. But like Dark Knight is obviously considered like a great overall film, not just being a good superhero movie.
Yeah, that's what people tell me. I
So,
fell
like-
asleep during it. The first, second, and third time that I saw it.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I it's so dark.
Yeah.
You know,
But,
I know the story.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting when you get like someone that talented to do something that they don't normally do.
Absolutely.
They just bring their skills to it to a certain extent.
Yeah,
So like,
it'd be cool to see him do like a Care Bears flick
sure.
or movie.
Well, it's like when you get like Taika Waititi to do an action movie. And
Sure.
You get Thor Ragnarok.
Didn't see that one either, but I do like
It's a
Taika
lot of fun.
Waititi.
Yeah,
I didn't say that right.
that's fine. He didn't hear you.
Oh, he
Well,
didn't.
he
He's
might
never
listen.
gonna listen to this.
He might if you should. Like, who knows? Anything's possible.
Hey, we talked about you briefly in this podcast.
And I said your name wrong.
Yeah, sorry. Well, how do you say it?
I think it's Taika Waititi.
Taiko Waititi.
Yep, I do believe.
TT.
But yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot.
He's super funny. I mean, him and Jermaine are just so funny together too.
Yeah, was he in? I know he shot and maybe wrote What We Do in the Shadows, or directed and wrote it.
Yeah, he's in it.
He was. He was one of the
He's one
vampires.
of the vampires. Yeah.
Okay, I was pretty sure that was him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming up on an hour.
Oh, it's already been an hour. Damn.
It's already been an hour. How
Crazy.
about that?
Crazy.
Isn't everybody listening is like, I don't know why they're so surprised. That felt like 6 hours.
This was an eternity. I want my money back.
Yeah, well, it's
It
free.
was free. Yeah. We
Remember-
should pay you to listen to it.
Remember to support my Patreon.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but wouldn't that be ballsy? Like, okay, to the 12 that listen every week, please give me $5 a month.
Right. I mean,
$60.
I'm sure your parents would help you out.
Oh.
Maybe. They'd throw you a dollar.
Oh, we've been down that road too many times.
Yeah.
Mom, I can't pay rent.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Calling
Once or
you out.
twice.
Once or twice. It happens.
Or the entirety of my life.
Yeah.
But
That's how you paid your rent. I get it now.
thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
Always fun. Hopefully this will be your second most listened to podcast after the one I did last week.
Yeah, that one skyrocketed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep asking you to come on.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it like
my
tripled
star
my
power.
listenership. I gained like 2 followers.
Whew.
I know, I'm cooking. I'm cooking with heat and fire.
Yeah.
What's this? Doesn't matter.
Heat and fire. Smoking Ed.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for chilling, Chuck.
Yeah.
This has been another waste of your time, but not mine. So
Always a pleasure.
tune in next week.
Next week. I'll be on next week again.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Keep getting all your.
Stay tuned when we find about who stole John Benet Ramsey.
2, ready, play. And I was like, good gracious, bodacious, flirtatious, trying to show patience, waiting for the right time to shoot my steam, waiting for the right time to flash them keys, and I'm heaving, please believe in me and the rest of my heathens. Check, got a lock in the top for 4 seasons, penthouse rooftop, birds are feeding, notice asking for